Hello, everybody,
Hello.
and welcome to Nexus at Night, your weekly stream where the hosts appear inconsistently.
My bad. That's my bad last time.
Yeah, it's okay. This time, Atlas is the one who hates us.
Who is Atlas?
I know, right? I hear he's like getting dinner with friends or something. Can you believe that?
All right, I'll give. Oh, all right, that seems more reasonable than whatever I was doing last week.
What were you doing last week, out of curiosity?
I was like, I'm gonna cook something, and I'll be done before like that. And then things happened, and then I was not done. Oh god,
That is quite unfortunate. How
it
are
do
you
be
doing?
like that.
Yeah. Well, how are you doing aside from dinner taking an hour when it was supposed to take 10 minutes?
I'm I'm enjoying Monster Hunter, except the fact that my screen right now has two Rathians, a Rathalos, and a new monster.
Was
So
Ed correct about you being in the city of the wolves?
oh wait, oh last week? No, I was actually not playing the beta by that time last week.
Also, hello, Ed.
Hello.
Yeah.
But yeah, City of the Wolves is pretty fun. I'm excited for that game to come out, but it's not going to be
Cool.
for a while.
That's cool. How are you enjoying Monster? What were you saying about Monster Hunter? I kind of cut you
Well, I
off.
had two Rathians, a Rathalos, and a new monster on my screen all at once, so I was a little stressed, as you might imagine.
Yeah, that sounds quite stressful.
Oh, there's a lot of monsters here. None of them are fighting each other. They're all looking at me.
Unfortunate. Anything else happening aside from Monhun?
Not too much, no.
Yeah, for me, it's just like, work. Just
Oh,
it's that time of year where we have to discuss our metrics.
yeah.
Yeah.
I hope that's a fun time.
Yeah, apparently I'm doing, my numbers are like fine. I'm pretty close to where I need to be in terms of the metrics, so like that's cool.
Nice.
Other than that, it's just the occasional like, oh, here's this like dumb case that popped up that's like kind of a pain in the ass, and I don't want to deal with it.
Isn't that how it always is?
Yeah, pretty much. And also, got the bill for my car insurance, and the premium went up because California was on fire for a month, which means, like, it's time for all the insurance companies to raise their costs for no reason again.
That's right. That's right. Because it's actually your fault that California was on fire.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, now my car insurance premium just costs $100 more. That was fun. I just called them today to be like, hey, why did it go up again? And they're like, yeah, that's just a statewide rate increase. Like, everyone got it raised by like 20-30%.
Jesus.
Yeah. Other than
And
that,
they'll find a way to not pay it anyway.
I have spent probably inadvisable amount of money buying a bunch of like foiled Cheater Sanctuary cards because I am full on like, fuck it, I'm playing my shit ass like pet deck for BCS in Pasadena.
Nice. As
So
you
yeah. So yeah, I don't know, like a lot of the current like top decks in Vanguard. I don't necessarily hate the meta, although the meta is annoying in some aspects. I just hate how or I just don't particularly vibe with any of the actual top decks. Like, Levy Dross is annoying because it can be inconsistent. And it's like bricky in the way that the deck just stops working if you don't draw this one specific card, which is not something I want to deal with. Kind of feel the same way about Odium. I think Night Rose is a deck that like I could get into the mindset of playing if I wanted to spend like the entire month I have left until the event practicing that deck and only that deck. Too many decisions to make. My brain is too small for this shit. Yeah, I'll probably end up making a video to go on the channel for this. Also, Atlas finally posted a deck profile for Eugene, so that can cover for me being a lazy fuck and not recording that video this week.
Eugene, eh?
I know. Can you believe it?
We're all joking there'd be another Eugene eventually, and by golly, it happened.
And now my mouse decides it doesn't want to be connected to my computer. There we go.
I will say the double loss is kind of stupid to me, but
Yeah.
to this day. But that's
Especially because they changed the rules now to be like 30 minutes, no overtime.
Well,
yeah. And it's annoying because like Night Rose is like a turn 5 deck. It's one of those like you're not deliberately trying to play it slow. The game just doesn't put on that much pressure until like the second stride.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, no, I like actually just can't kill you until like 3 strides in. So the game is just going to be like 20, 25, hopefully not be a full 30 minutes.
Yeah. And like Ed said, you've got to, people got to be practiced in playing at a reasonable pace. And you have to keep up with your opponent playing at a reasonable pace.
Mm-hmm. And like Night Rose is a deck that has like decisions it has to make. I can't just like windmill slam my cards onto the board and just go.
Yeah.
And so yeah, that's just like where I am in Vanguard this week. Also waiting for now that set 6 is out, I will probably have to make a video talking about that too. Gonna be the usual box opening that only 10 people watch, where I just like chat about the deck or chat about the set while opening a box, and then no one's gonna click on it.
Average.
Yep. Speaking of chatting about cards, let's do new cards, because I also plan to play some Yu-Gi-Oh after this.
Real Yu-Gi-Oh? Hell yeah.
Oh, well, I say we're going to be playing Yu-Gi-Oh, but are we actually going to be playing Yu-Gi-Oh?
I don't know. Surely it'll be my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh game, Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories.
Yeah. All right. So on stream this week, we got new cards for both Leonorn as well as Omina Grugio. Will they make my Snek playable again? So when it's placed on rearguard circle from the hand, we have Petite Tilget. Is it like an owl, tiger, bat thing? It's like a little chimera.
All right. Horrible.
Petite Tilget. So it's a grade 1. When it's placed on rearguard circle from the hand, you choose the grade 3 card with Omina Grugio's name from your ride deck if you reveal it, or you have a grade 3 or greater Omina Grugio. You can counterblast 1, search your deck for 1 trigger unit that's not the over trigger, put it into your hand and shuffle your deck. This is something that like Omina Grugio theoretically could use. Just being naturally over the course of the game, you're probably going to find like crits and heals just because you play a lot of them, and like every deck plays it, so you're going to be targeting those. But you can't be 100% sure what the last trigger type your opponent is using it, or the off chance your opponent is just playing rainbow triggers for some reason. You can just like search out the last trigger type with this just to like hit everything. The only problem is that it's a counterblast, and that's pretty expensive in the deck that has no countercharging. Like you already have to counterblast for like the Dragon Tree Wretch if you're using it, Omina Grugio's Restand, the like Red Eye Governess if you're using that. So like the deck can struggle with counterblast sometime, but otherwise it's like a decent like niche utility card.
All right.
Next we have Whiteout Wolberus. It's a doggo. So Soul, when your grade 3 or greater card with Omina Grugio is placed during your ride phase, if you do not have a rearguard with the same card name, Soul blast 1 other card than this one and call it a rearguard circle. And when it's placed on from rearguard circle into the Soul by the ability of Omina Grugio, give a unit 5k, and if you have 2 or more types of trigger icon, you can Energy Blast 3 and draw a card. This feels like a card that exists for a version of the deck that doesn't. Like, this is trying to solve a problem the deck doesn't have, which is, like, losing card advantage by putting things into your Soul. Because we already have a card that counts as 2 cards when you put it into the Soul. So, like, that just hasn't been an issue for me. And I've never had a problem with, like, drawing that card. So, yeah. I don't know. I, like, tested out a couple of games. I did like a couple of test games with this card in the deck, and it felt like it wasn't really making a significant difference. Like, it's only there if you don't draw the Ruin Collector to count as 2 cards instead.
Whack. Yeah. It's bizarre, but
yeah, I don't know. like there was like a larger point which I wanted to make when I was thinking about this card, which is just like I feel like Omega Grugio isn't necessarily a solved deck. Like there are still ways for them to like advance on it. I think like in terms of like consistency, they've printed about as many like searching cards as they can. In terms of, and because like Omega Grugio's gimmick is that it like nerfs the trigger shield value, like the deck doesn't necessarily need bigger rearguard numbers. Like they already get to like 30, 40k, which stacking with the shield reduction is like more than enough. So like I think at this point, if you're trying to like push the deck more in its current state, either make the Vanguard stronger because Omega Grugio doesn't gain any power on his own. I guess this sort of does that because it gives it 5k, but again, running into the other problem of like losing card advantage by eating your rear guards was not an issue the deck had. And then like more Vanguard power, like either something that gives the Vanguard power just straight up, or like maybe giving it a crit, or just going the boring route and giving the deck more attacks, like a rear guard that restands itself.
Right.
Like I think those are the places that the deck has to go because it already has decent searching, decent draw power, like decent numbers. And then, of course, the actual thing I would want them to do is to make a version of Omega Grugio that doesn't have to play the stupid mask so that I could have my deck space back.
Yeah.
But,
no, you'll have to play these 12 cards for the alternity, sorry.
Yeah, unfortunately, Omega Grugio is like the one deck where it's like, no, this was always designed to be a mask unit, so fuck you. Alright, so in addition to Sneck support, we also have new cards for Leonorn. So, Guard Circle, if you have a grade 3 or greater Leonorn, and you have one or more grade 1 or less rear guards, it gets 5k shield. If you have 3 or more, it gets 10k instead of 5. Whatever. I don't think this matters. And then Honest Rendition, Sincerette. So when it's discarded from your hand during your ride phase, if you choose a card with Leonorn or Magnolia from your ride deck, reveal it. Why is Leonorn always the one that's like stealing support from other decks? Just like last time they did it with Granthea, where Leonorn randomly shared all of her cards with Granthea. Now they're doing it with Magnolia too. Just like, yes, this is also a piece of Magnolia support. Like, I just think it's weird that Leonorn specifically is the one that has to keep doing this.
It's a parasite, that's why.
Yeah. Anyways, you can Soul Blast 1 or Energy Blast 3 to draw a card. They just gave it a cycler. They just like, here is an in-archetype cycler. And then act in the drop zone if you have a grade 3 that's Leonorn or Magnolia, and your opponent's grade 3 or greater. Put this to the bottom of the deck, choose one of your rear guards. Its original power becomes 15,000 until end of the turn. And then if you Persona Road this turn, that unit's original power becomes 20,000 instead of 15,000.
What the heck?
This card seems insane, right? Like,
yeah,
it's like a really big power boost, especially because this deck is playing a ton of grade 1. So it's like, oh, yeah, the fucking stupid Rosarium Fairy becomes like a 20k base, and then it's going to copy like Luster Impart Dragon or something and get another like 15, 20k. Cool.
Mm-hmm. Big number. Yep.
Yeah.
Seems good to me.
You know, this card seems mildly horrifying.
And for virtually no cost, right?
Like, yep. Because it's just putting it at the bottom of the deck. And like you want to discard it anyways because it's also just like a cycler. So you can like take those out of your deck for a version of the same thing that like has later utility. I'd be curious to hear what Atlas's take on this card is for the Magnolia half of it, but we'll bother him about it next week. Also next week on stream, we're getting support for Welstra and Jejul. This is just like the Atlas stream right here.
At least somebody's happy about it.
Yeah. Anyways, here's a bunch of like bad comments I'm not going to read. And then for Thursday's stream, we have new Direful Doll support as well as new Lyrical support. So when this unit boosts, if you have a Direful Doll, choose one card with Direful Doll's name from your draw, put it into your soul. It gets 5k until the end of the battle, and bind it. I feel like this is a card that already exists. Like, is this not a card that already exists?
What a boring card.
Yeah. And then when it's placed on Direful Doll, Conserata, when it's placed on Rearguard Circle from the hand, look at the top 5 cards of your deck. Choose a Direful Doll, put it into your soul, shuffle, and when your other rearguard is bound during your turn, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Direful Doll, bind this unit, choose 2 of your units, and they get 5k until end of turn. I mean, this is, like, fine. It's, like, more consistency. But again, I feel like this is a card that they have already printed. I feel like
this is like the fifth copy, like fifth and sixth copy of this effect, and if you're playing it, you're not terribly happy about it, but you're in that position anyway.
Yeah. Like, that just feels like what they're doing with Direful Dolls. Like, we're going to print the same 3 cards over and over and over again. And then for Lyrical, we have a generic double R. On attack, if a unit was, well, generic-ish. If a unit was returned from rearguard circle to a hand by the ability of your grade 3 or greater Vanguard, put a grade 2 or less card from hand into your soul, draw a card, gets power plus 10,000 until end of that battle. I guess this is premium support. I feel like I can find a way to use this in premium. I don't know what you would be doing this for in standard. I guess it's like Kyrie support. I'm certainly not doing this shit with Chris Rain. I guess, like, in Chris Rain, this is a way to make the Divine Skill bigger. I feel like we already have ways to make the Divine Skill bigger, but this is another one.
Sure, yeah.
Next, we have Demonic Teaser Wilsha. So, this is a grade 2. During your turn, if you have a Vanguard with a dress-up ability, it gets power plus 5,000, insert Erica meme. At the end of the battle that this unit attacks, retire this unit, look at the top 7 cards of your deck, choose 1 card with the dress-up ability from among them, reveal it, put it into your hand, and shuffle your deck. Sure.
Okay.
It could be worse. I don't know. This is one of those things where it's like, I think they are probably only going to print 1 actual Lyrical set a year during the off-season, when they're also printing, like, the off-season booster sets for all the, like, all the various alternate media support, because they've lumped all of those into their own set too. Also, hi Atlas. Aren't you at dinner or something?
He's just checking up on us. He's worried.
But yeah, this is just like, alright, we don't have time to support every single dress-up unit individually, so here, just, like, have one. Here, just have a card that just supports all of them forever. Which, sure, it lets you search a Persona ride, that's fine. And then finally, we have Audacious Princess Kakomi. So, back row rearguard circle once per turn. When your grade 3 or greater unit attacks from a back row center column, all of your units in the center column get 5k until end of turn. At the end of the battle, this unit boosted. If your grade 3 or greater units have attacked a total of 2 or more times this turn, Energy Blast 2, bottom deck this card. Choose a grade 3 or greater card from a different name from your Vanguard from your drop, put it into your hand. Okay, so it took me a while to figure out what the hell this was actually trying to support. The easiest one is probably Pacifica. Pacifica is a deck that likes to attack from the back row and could use the power boost. Kyoka also does it. Like, she can give copies of Kyoka the ability to attack from the back row. I guess this also works for Hazoret. Don't love it in Hazoret just because it doesn't have the different power number that gives you the bigger boost. If this was a 7k grade one.
If only it was slightly worse for everyone else.
Yeah. Yeah, this card is decent, I guess. The thing I would probably look at it for is Pacifica. It's unfortunate that this costs energy, because I would really like Pacifica in premium to be cool, but all the new cards cost energy. And then next Thursday, we're going to be revealing the new start deck. So we're getting more stuff from the Skyride manga. So we had the Vergila deck. Now this is the other one. That's going to be a Stoicheia card. It has dragons based on the 4 seasons, and it's going to use tokens, and apparently it uses plant gauges similar to Granfia, which as if that card couldn't take any more L's, they're just giving its gimmick away to a different deck. Yeah, and I guess I have to talk about these because they're actually good. So we got more Pope support. I would also like to take a moment to tell everyone that I am a stupid fucking idiot, because I've been pronouncing his name Solarion the entire time, and when trying to look it up in Decklog earlier to try and make sense of like how it meshes with the deck, I realize it's actually Soul Rhyron.
That's worse somehow. That's like
Yeah.
so weird. Like it's like my head just wants to say Solarian when I see like those letters. Like I'm looking at Soul on, and I'm like Solarian. Like
Yeah.
looks good enough to me.
Yeah, but it's Soul Rhyron, and I've only learned
Horrible.
this just now because I had to look it up.
Actually horrible.
Yeah. So with a boost, if a normal unit was revealed by the ability of Soul Rhyron, it gets 5k until end of that battle, and at the end of the battle, you may return it to your hand. That's actually pretty nice. I can't remember if the original version stacked cards, but I know the masked version definitely does. So the fact that you can like boost with it, then put it back into the deck, call it again with like the Soul Rhyron mask, that's pretty cool. Add a Slight Angel. So once placed on rearguard circle during the battle phase, if you have a grade 3 or greater Soul Rhyron, counterblast 1, choose one of your rear guards and stand it. So this is an attack extender. So the other thing is like the or the original version definitely can only do 4 because it has to call it the same column, I believe. And then the mask version only calls the things with like Dragon Tree markers. So like you can end up in a position where like you're not, or you can call things equal to the number of Dragon Tree markers you have. So you can end up in a position where you don't have enough markers to make 5 attacks consistently. So this is like another way to get there. And then if a normal unit was revealed by the ability of Soul Rhyron, this unit gets power plus 5,000. Drink.
It was always going to get 5,000. I'm not drinking.
Yeah. I don't know. These cards are actually surprisingly good for Soul Rhyron. Like, I feel like both of them do things that the deck wants, which is neat. And especially, like, it's always good when they're just like, yeah, here's a card that just lets you restand something. There you go. Just have it.
Yeah. But you can't have too many of those or people get mad at you.
Yeah.
Or they can't be too big, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, so Rhyron is one of those decks, like, I think I have the pieces lying around somewhere, so theoretically, if I ever wanted to just build it because I already own a bunch of other Keter decks for no reason, like, I could. And this would be a card that's like, okay, yeah, this probably gives me some incentive to play it. It's probably at least, like, competent.
Right.
I know at least one guy at my locals is building Soul Rhyron Mask because it's funny.
Soul Rhyron Mask.
Are you gonna actually like look that shit up?
I don't even know what that card does. I don't remember. Look, I try not to fill my head with too much garbage.
Yeah, that's true. You don't even play this shitty ass game.
Let me read this shit.
Yeah, you're just here because.
Oh my god, this has so much text. Hold on.
It does. It has so much fucking text.
It reminds me of like the Glendios like card text where it takes up like 2/3 of the card for some reason.
Yeah. Or what's the Vowing Sword reverse? That's just like, okay, here's a text box and you can see like his head.
Sure. Yep, this looks like a card.
Yeah. I mean, it's not bad. Like, giving everything drive checks is actually pretty cool. The only thing is, like, it doesn't give power the way the original one does. I think they just expect the Dragon Tree markers to make up for it.
Yeah. But then you're really looking at, like, what, turn 5 shenanigans?
Mm-hmm.
Which is, like, a lot.
Yeah. Well, yeah. All right, and that is all of the new cards that we have, which means now we get to start playing Yu-Gi-Oh! So the Yu-Gi-Oh! Early Days collection came out as well, and I guess that shows you where my brain is at, because I was thinking about that instead of Monster Hunter. We talked about it a little bit before the stream, but, like, I don't know. Monster Hunter was always a game that I'm just, like, lukewarm on.
I love Monster Hunter.
Yeah. I got lower. I guess I'm not like a very grindy person. Like I tend to be more story driven. Like I need a goal, otherwise the TD, like it starts to feel a bit like busy work.
That's fair.
Yeah, but yeah. So the Yu-Gi-Oh! Early Days collection came out. There's a bunch of these like old games that from like the Game Boy that are like terrible because the Game Boy sucks and couldn't render like a proper field. Like I watched Farfa earlier today trying to play this. I'm like, this looks miserable. Why would I subject myself to this? But then we also have cool shit like Dungeon Dice Monsters, which I never got to play as a kid. And then there's just like stuff like Eternal Duelist Soul or like all these like world championship ones that are just like, here is a Yu-Gi-Oh simulator. This is a Yu-Gi-Oh simulator. This is like you are just playing Yu-Gi-Oh. There's like barely a story or an overworld or anything. Just like play Yu-Gi-Oh. But
That's
God,
neat.
I don't want to actually do that. So instead, what we're going to do is we're going to play Reshef of Destruction. So Reshef of Destruction is like a Game Boy Advance game. It, along with one of the other games in this collection, the Sacred Cards, is like a version of, similar to a lot of the other like PlayStation games, is just like a version of Yu-Gi-Oh that is not Yu-Gi-Oh.
Forbidden Memories is peak though, but that game is actually I don't know if anyone in the chat has played Forbidden Memories. That game is some cheating shit.
Would you like to elaborate while I'm
So the way the game works is it doesn't have like tribute summons. You just like fuse shit seemingly randomly. And you can just like normal summon any monster that you have. So if you have like Black Meteor Dragon, you can just slam Black Meteor Dragon on the table. And so you have this 3,500 gigantic idiot.
Yeah.
And it's very hard to deal with some of that stuff. And basically the whole early part of the game is just making twin-headed Thunder Dragon repeatedly. Which is like 2,800, and it's like the earliest thing you can make that's big. If you played it as a kid, you probably randomly made it several times, but you need like a Thunder and something else.
How is our deck construction going along? Is it perfect or is it lousy?
What?
I don't know. Joey was talking at us.
It's pretty lousy.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't want help from Joey Wheeler.
I know, right? On making great decks. Where the heck is Yugi? We're going on the Duel Express to participate in a tournament.
Did you see the Red Muffler Man video where Joey plays Weeble?
Oh, I think I watched MBT reacting to that.
Oh yeah. That was a funny video with
that was pretty fun.
With the suspect hoodie. Where he did like the Genkatsuo thing where it's like it's like scrolling like the whole time. I was like, that looks like a giant pain in the butt.
The Millennium Puzzle. The puzzle is gone along with the spirit inside.
Oh yeah, Duels of Roses is. But the thing about Duels of Roses, that game's like good.
Yeah.
Forbidden Memories is like not good, but also funny.
Like, I love watching videos about speedrunning Forbidden Memories because it's just like, yeah, it's gonna take like 19 hours, and there's like 500 bajillion ways for RNG to fuck you.
Yeah. I as a kid, I'm pretty sure I got stuck at the mages and like never made it anywhere.
Anyway. All right, so we saw a big scary cutscene earlier of like the god cards turning all gray and some like big demon guy, and now Yugi has lost his Millennium Puzzle.
Crazy.
And I guess Ishizu was just hiding in the bushes, waiting for us to talk about how we lost the Millennium Puzzle.
That's a very Yu-Gi-Oh character thing to do.
We must save the world from Reshef, the dark being.
All right, so now we have to go and save the world from an evil dark being. And we also have to resurrect the god cards, which currently don't work, and we have to go find all the Millennium items again.
Why is everyone losing all these things? What, at the mall? Are you going to the museum?
Yeah.
All right. That's where I go to learn about Yu-Gi-Oh.
All right. See you, Ed.
Bye, Ed.
All right. Leave it to us. All right. I do want an opportunity to actually try and like play a duel against someone. Okay. So how this game is going to work is like, first up, you're going to like, there's like an anti-system.
Ow.
So like you can start betting your cards against your opponent to try and like get something to win. All right. So this game is really fucking weird because it's not Yu-Gi-Oh! So already you're going to notice that like monsters have typings that don't exist in the real game. We have like shadow type monsters and dream type monsters.
What the hell are those?
Yeah, so this game has the instruction manual too. So one of the things about this game is that there is an attribute system. So like this is all the different monster types, and they get power bonuses from being in certain types of terrain, kind of like in the anime. Hi, Zaru. No Atlas today. He's having dinner with a friend. But the other thing is we have like attributes. So you can kind of see here on this page, you know, there's like this elemental system where it's like, okay, fire defeats grass, which defeats wind, which defeats earth, which defeats thunder, which defeats aqua. So in addition to the usual like Yu-Gi-Oh shenanigans, where you're like comparing your attack points, you also have to compare like the attributes of the monster. So if you summon like a 1200 attack Bungus, and your opponent summons like a little baby 500 attack monster, but their monster has a type advantage over yours, they just win the battle anyways.
Incredible.
Also, the power curve for this game is fucking awful because like you can see all of your monsters are like tiny. Like that's just kind of how this game is all of the cards, at least at the start, are going to be these like 300 attack little baby monsters. And like there are no phases, so like you can just like summon a monster, and if it has an effect, you can activate its effect, you can like put it into defense, or you can tribute it, which will allow you to summon these like bigger monsters. And then you either like end the turn or just attack your opponent. Luckily, we're still at the beginning of the game, so it's not going to be too bad yet, but this game is like notoriously very difficult because the way deck building works, there's like a deck building limit. You only have so much score, and every card has like its certain cost. What does this card do? Its attack power can be used to damage the opponent directly. I see. So if I activate its effect, it'll deal 400 damage to my opponent, and then that is its action for the turn. So if you have an effect monster and you use its effect, like that effect is its one action.
All right. So it can't use its effect and attack, say?
Yeah, that is correct. So every monster can take like one action a turn. So I can either like put it to defense, attack with it, or activate its effect. Or, you know, if I wanted to summon like Tatsu no Toshigo, I could like tribute the Mystic Lamp for it. What does this do? Every monster on the field is fully revealed. Right, so the other thing about how this game works is like when monsters are played, they're played face down, and then, you know, come back up when you like perform an action with them. Why am I drawing all these terrible one tribute monsters? Anyway, I'm going to tribute the Mystic Lamp. Let's summon Tatsu no Toshigo, because I like Memento. He's just like a goofy guy.
He's also huge.
Yeah. Oh my god, the Ancient Jar! Alright. Let's take it out, and let's attack with Tatsu no Toshigo. And turn. God, I do not like the stupid thing that this does with all the cursor spinning. Why am I drawing all these one tribute monsters? Holy shit. Alright, goodbye, Key Mace. All right, please just let me attack normally. And so yeah, that is the basic flow of this game. So it's like, and as you can see, there's an example of a type advantage. So he summoned a Fiend type monster, which is strong against my Dream type, whatever that guy was called. So even though Dark Plant only has 300 attack, because it has the type advantage, he wins.
Owned. Well, we should have had the type advantage. That's the lesson.
I know, right? So yeah, this is going to get very tedious very fast because, like, you know, let's just say they had a monster that was strong against my, like, Tatsuno Toshigo. Like, I spent all that extra cards, like, trying to summon this guy, and then they just beat it with a little 300 attack baby. A spell that causes the banishment of a monster to darkness. If attacked, it destroys a monster on the foe's field. Okay, so can I just, like... Okay, so yeah, it just, like, automatically destroys a monster. How much life points do they have? 1850. Okay, we can just, like... Tatsuno Toshigo, and we'll beat him with the Hinotama Soul. Why not? Oh boy, 3 deck capacity! So yeah, the thing about this game is, like, you know, you see every card has, like, a cost, and you only have, like, so much deck capacity. So I think how it works is the first time you, like, beat an opponent, you get 3 points, and then I think if you try to battle them again, you either don't get any points or you get, like, 1 point. Let's see. And then we can go to Grandpa's shop too. So we can go to Grandpa's shop to buy new cards.
A rare card. That sounds vague enough to be the Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Yeah. And also the other thing is, like, cards are so freaking expensive. Oh, we can buy the Red Eyes Black Dragon, a 2 tribute monster. But yeah, you can see where the difficulty in this game starts to come in, because you can see this card with 1100 attack points costs 103 points to put in our deck.
Beast.
Yeah. So, like, as we get, you know, we have all these little baby monsters that have, like, nothing stats that cost, like, 10, 20. And then, like, the one card that is definitely bigger than anything else you can find not only costs so much money that we cannot possibly afford it, but also has, like, an extremely high deck cost. And also, in addition to the deck capacity, we also have a duelist level, so we can't play cards that are higher level than us. So if a card costs 100, but we're only duelist level 73, I can't put it in my deck.
This is so bizarre.
Yep. This deck only has, like, 5 tribute monsters, and I drew all of them last game. Skill issue. Anyways, I think I'm going to start by taking out all the cards with, like, 3 shit tier stats. I do not need this many 300 attack monsters. Okay. Let's see. Okay, we can put the Bite Shoes into the deck. Wait, we're putting White Dolphin. Oh, there we go. Alright, now I have cards with, like, sort of real stats. And I'm just going to use this save states from the game instead of going back. Also, I believe another quirk of this game is that you don't restore life points between duels.
What?
Yeah, I don't know what the deal with that is either, but, like, apparently that's also a thing.
Well, they just wanted the game to be annoying as shit.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure with all the, like, early what is this? Oh, good. I get to just lose a bunch of life points. Oh, and he has a guy that's bigger than mine.
Alright, time to get type advantage, clearly.
I don't have one, so we're just gonna crash.
Well.
Oh my god. Wait, I do have a type advantage here. Hell yeah. We're gonna summon the White Dolphin.
White.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know how long I'm planning to play this, but all right, I'm gonna hope that it was a pyro monster. Take this. Defeat my 500 attack dolphin.
It will.
You don't have a wind type monster, I believe. Yeah. Now we're gonna get Starboy.
The
You know, I'm
classic.
noticing a trend with all of Duke's monsters.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What could it be?
Oh no, they're not fire. They're not all fire types. It's the Morphing Jar. Also, Morphing Jar does not have an effect in this game.
That's so sick.
This has a type weakness. But it's okay, because the Leo gun will take care of it.
Your monster is way bigger.
Yeah. Oh boy, Sparks!
50?
Yeah, 50.
Nice.
Alright. We're very close to victory now. Man, this is so... But yeah, you can already see where the difficulty in this game is coming up, right? Like, Duke is one of the first people you can play in the game, and he has a bunch of 700 attack monsters, while I'm stuck with, like, 400 attack assholes. Alright. We have defeated him. Yeah, as you can see, one whole deck capacity.
That's so sick.
Yeah. Yep. Your life points, in fact, don't recover between duels. I have 50 life points. Also, this is just what I've heard from other people talking about the game, but as you get towards the end game, you're gonna start fighting against a whole bunch of opponents that like have way higher life points than average. So you're gonna start dueling people that have like 10,000 life points, 20,000. I think the final boss has like 40,000 life points, and you don't get to heal in between. All right. What can we? Let's ante up the Tomozaurus. Surely he can't beat my Morphing Jar number 2. What does this do? Total devastation on the entire proceeding. It destroys all cards on the field and in the hands. That seems like something I don't need to be doing right now. No, the amoeba! Oh, I got owned. God, I hope he doesn't play like Petite Dragon in his deck. Alright. Thank God. Defeat my Wicked Mirror. How's the Monster Hunter going?
That's going all right. Fighting some spoiler. Hard to say a lot because I know the game just came out. So
yeah. I'll probably be jamming this for a little while. I don't know how long I actually want to be streaming this. The thing about it is, like, because as I was describing with like the deck capacity and everything, the game can get very, very grindy. You know, like if I want to be able to afford both buying the big monsters, but also being able to include them in my deck, I just kind of have to like keep dueling random people on the street, raising up my level. So I think we'll like go to the museum, get the plot started, and then I'm just gonna grind it off stream for like next session. That sound like a good plan?
Sounds like a plan to me. You're telling me people don't want to watch you fight random people for no reason.
Yeah, you don't want to watch this for 3 hours?
Hell yeah.
Alright. I want to try. Fuck it. Let's summon the Beast of Talwar. Because I can.
Waiting for the type advantage. Oh, never mind.
Oh boy.
The fact that your two tribute guy can just get owned by a fucking 2-star idiot is so funny to me.
It is, I know. Alright, so the way you heal in this game is you go back home and like save the game.
Why would they do that?
Yep. So like every time you want to recover your life points between duels, you have to go all the way back home.
This is insane. Why did they make this choice, I wonder?
I guess the sacred cards were too easy.
It's too bad.
Yes, we are duelists.
The Duel Express. I do like how comical Yu-Gi-Oh! Is just a part of everything.
I know. Alright. Well, let's ante up our Shadow Spectre.
A classic card here.
Mm-hmm. Okay, he set the card face down. Classic T-set pass. I think I'll save Beckon to Darkness until I have to actually eat Gaboon. No, my Hinotama Soul.
Oh, they're the same card. They could have crashed. And now look at him.
Okay, but can you defeat my Bite Shoot? Okay, yes, you can.
Really desperate for that 200 extra damage, huh?
Yeah. Okay. Okay, surely I won't get owned again. Stop that. My life points are very precious. No, I've learned my lesson. Ah, damn it. It was Jinzo number 7. I could have gotten in for
How
a
would you have
whole
known?
200 extra damage. Ah, the Curtain of Darkness. This is a light type monster, right? This actually has a disadvantage against dark monsters. Alright. God damn it. I have a monster with an advantage. Why couldn't you just put it in defense? Alright. Now we have 2 MBTs on the field.
Holy
Take that.
shit. White Dolphin.
Damn, I got owned. Aha. Oh boy, 3 deck capacity. And I got a Star Boy.
Hell yeah.
All right, we can now board the train.
Well, that guy just walked in.
Oh no, a bad guy. All right, duel me. Okay, I guess not. Okay, first things first. I'm gonna take more of my tiny fucking idiots out of the deck and put in something with 500 attack. I should just do that now. The Mystic Lamp can give me like direct damage. You can keep that around, I guess. Oh. Yeah, we also don't need Final Destiny. I don't think I'm going to be destroyed.
I think.
Yeah, that too.
Well, I don't know if the 50 damage is going to matter, but my guess is no.
Yeah. Oh, we have the 5 God Drag. Oh, right. I can't even look at this card because I'm too weak for it. Okay, we'll put another Star Boy. Yeah. Oh, come on. What can I ante up then? My Flame Dancer. Oh man, look at all these 700 attack monsters. They're so big. And I had the type advantage anyways. All right. What is the full name? The Bewitching Phantom Thief. All right, Winged Cleaver, get in there. Yeah, fuck that droll bird. I know. Floodgates are stupid anyways.
True. That's not even Droll and Lockbird. That's just Droll.
Yeah.
There's no lock. So it's not a floodgate, probably.
But it's okay. I have trauma regarding the droll. So clearly we can just take it out on the innocent droll bird. Ah, victory is mine. And I got a whole 1 deck capacity out of it. Oh boy, Hane. This hand's a little crusty. I need to stick a monster onto the field. All right, type advantage. Already doing the work. So, thank God. Okay. Let's see if I can stick a second monster before trying to tribute summon. Haha! You are weak against my water type. Oh no, he had the advantage. That's okay. His stupid idiot only has 300 attack. 350 attack. Okay, good, good. What is this? Yeah, let's summon the Wicked Mirror. Alright, alright. Alright, let's try to summon Doma the Angel, and hopefully not get owned. Why are your cards so much better than mine? Stop that. Okay. Swear to God, if Doma gets taken out by a random dream monster, we'll diversify. We'll summon Peacock.
Hell yeah.
Take that. Oh, hell yeah. Morphing Jar number 2. Glad I didn't attack Hane with it. Also, just as a side note, I can't believe like this game out of all of them is the one that has like the little card portraits. Because all the other ones that are just Yu-Gi-Oh simulators, like they don't have the portraits. You have to actually like scroll over the card to go and figure out what's what. All right, we got a Morphing Jar, which means time to redo my deck again. And start taking out some of the smaller 500 attack. We can get rid of the Ancient Jar for sure. Let's see. Put in a Morphing Jar. I'm not putting Tatsunoto Shigo back in the deck. Yeah, we have a second Flame Dancer. Am I allowed to go into the... Ah, I see. I have to go and duel the guy in order to advance to the next car. Well then, sir, can you beat the Cyber Commander? No, you cannot. Alright, now we're going to run out Morphing Jar number 2. You doing good over there, Matt, or are you just...
I'm trying my best. I'm sorry. This game is it's like a lullaby.
Yeah. How much attack does this guy have? 700? Well, I have 750.
Cheating?
You done with Monhun?
Yeah, probably.
All right. We can also just sort of stop it here. Haha. Goodbye, petite angel. All right. All right. Ah! It's okay. My shadow monster has an advantage against your light monster.
Makes sense to me. It also is just bigger.
Yeah. Luckily, all of his face down cards seem to be fake. Oh no, the House of Adhesive Tape! Also, why is House of Adhesive Tape a battle trap in this game?
I know, but it's pretty funny.
Alright, Jinzo number 7, do your thing. I can't beat this card.
Awkward.
Alright, goodbye, Bewitching Phantom Thief. Oh, they switched it to attack. Hell yeah. If this is a petite dragon face down, I'm going to be very upset. Thank God. Okay, as long as they don't summon a wind-type monster, I'm good. Oh, come on. Oh, forest type, I can beat it with fire. God damn it. How do I beat this? Oh, forest beats wind. There we go. So yeah, as you can see, this game can be very weird sometimes where, you know, you have a 1700 attack tribute monster and then they just summon a wind guy with like 800 attack and beat your ass. Oh, let's just run out Haniwada. You know Thomas Soul. Alright. Genin. Alright. I think we can stop here for today, since you're dying a bit, Matt, and my
I'm
throat's
sorry.
starting to get a little dry. Yeah, you're cool. You know, this is going to be a long game. I think this is something we can just come back to in future
yeah.
streams.
Weird
So, yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh games.
Yeah. So I think what I'm going to do is, like, I'm going to grind the game. Yeah, next time we're going to continue the story for as far as we can get, and then, you know, I'll grind the game off stream whenever I need to, like, level grind for a better deck. Alright, so that is going to be it for this stream. Where can we find everyone on social media?
I'm on Hell and Blue Sky at Wiggums, 2Gs.
You can find Atlas at Atlas Novak. He's also the Epileptic Comic on YouTube. You can find me at Plasma Eclipse or Beerus Rudicus. And you can find the channel as a whole at Nexus at Night across various social medias, if Atlas remembers to check our Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Where's the end stream button?